Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is my Premier League predictions for this upcoming weekend, and there's a lot of good games coming up. 10 games to predict, obviously. Let's start off with probably the biggest game of the weekend. It is the Merseyside derby. It is Liverpool against Everton at Anfield. So, let's start off with, I don't think we'll win. I think if it was at Goodison, then we would have every chance in the world of winning. But at Anfield, I can't see us winning. No chance. Not a chance. Last week we beat Bournemouth. Liverpool beat Brighton. But you just know that VAR will give every 50-50 controversial decision Liverpool's way, I'm afraid. And it's going to happen, isn't it? My prediction, Liverpool last week drew to Brighton, didn't they? 2-2. My prediction, it's Liverpool 2, Everton 0. That's my head prediction, my heart prediction. My heart says 2-0 to us, but I can't see that happening. The next match is Brentford at home to Burnley. Now, last weekend, Brentford lost to United 2-1 in extra time. They were winning until McTominay scored 2 goals in extra time. But we'll talk about McTominay in more depth in a minute when we talk about Man United. Burnley smashed against Chelsea 4-1. I was expecting more from Burnley, if I was being honest. Yeah. My prediction, Brentford 2, Burnley 1. I think Burnley will come up with a goal, but I'm expecting more from Burnley coming up. The next match, Bournemouth at home to Wolves. Now, Bournemouth can't buy a win. They lost to Everton 3-0. They've just started shipping goals. Wolves, they beat Manchester City and drew to Aston Villa. These results, like beating us at the start of the season, will keep Wolves up at the end of the season. And Wolves will beat Bournemouth, and this result will help keep Wolves up in the Premier League. My prediction, I think it'll be Bournemouth 0, Wolves 1. The next match, Nottingham Forest against Luton Town. Now, Nottingham Forest. Shall we start off with them? Let me just check at my notes. Nottingham Forest last week. Just having a look in my book. Yeah, they drew to Forest Palace 0-0, didn't they? Ball draw. Nothing to say about that game. I just watched a bit of it. That was the 5:30 kickoff. Luton Town, they can't. They've won a game and drawn a game, but I don't see where that next win comes from. Who are they playing? Who did they play last weekend? Sorry. Oh yeah, they lost to Spurs 1-0 narrowly. I can see Luton Town picking up a point actually soon. But do I think they'll pick up a point against Nottingham Forest away? No. Forest 3, Luton Town 1. The next match, Manchester City at home to Brighton. Now, obviously, Manchester City, the big talking point is Manchester City losing to Wolves and Arsenal. Is the title race over? Has Manchester City lost the title? Never say never. I think Manchester City will win the title because they've got too much. On the opposite hand, Brighton drew to Liverpool. I mean, Brighton never seem to go on a bad run. They always have one dodgy defeat and then follow it up with 4 or 5 really good ones. This could easily be a draw or a Brighton win, but I'm going to back the home side to win just because it's at the Etihad. 2-1 Manchester City. The next match, Newcastle against Crystal Palace. Now, obviously, Newcastle drew to West Ham 2-2 at the London Stadium. I mean, what do you think about that one? I mean, I can't say much about that. I mean, did you expect that one coming? I mean, goals galore. But Palace, they drew to Forest 0-0. Palace are a funny team. They draw loads of games. But I think Newcastle are just too strong for Crystal Palace. I think it'll be Newcastle 2, Crystal Palace 0. Next match, Arsenal against Chelsea. Now, let's talk about Arsenal first. Arsenal beat Manchester City. No, we'll talk about Chelsea first. Chelsea, they beat Burnley 4-1. I mean, they're starting to find a bit of form, aren't they? I mean, do I think they'll beat Arsenal? I mean, they have every chance in the world of beating Arsenal. But I'm still not convinced with them, even though they smashed Burnley, because they beat Burnley and Luton, but those teams were in the bottom half of the table in the relegation zone. I mean, Arsenal, they beat Manchester City. Arsenal, I can see them pushing Manchester City for the league. I mean, yeah, I think this will be a demolition job. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 4. Yeah. The next match, Sheffield United against Manchester United. How long until Paul Heckingbottom gets the sack? I'm being serious now. I mean, 1 point from, is it 7 or 8 games? The next 2 are Manchester United and Arsenal. How long until Paul Heckingbottom gets the sack? I mean, I can't see a win coming here against Manchester United. Manchester United have been poor, but I can see Manchester United nicking it, a smash and grab. Sheffield United 0, Manchester United 1. The next match is Aston Villa at home to West Ham United. I mean, tough, isn't it? I mean, last week, Villa, who did they? They drew to Wolves, didn't they? And West Ham drew to Newcastle. This one has a draw written all over it for me. I've got a 1-1 draw written down. Villa 1, West Ham 1. The final match is Spurs at home to Fulham. Now, it's another London derby at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on a Monday night. Now, I mean, Spurs, let's talk about them quickly. Who did they beat again? Did they beat someone? Oh yeah, they beat Luton, didn't they? 1-0. I mean, yeah, decent result for them. Smash and grab. Fulham, obviously, last week. Who did they play again? Keep forgetting. Sorry. Fulham. Oh yeah, the beat Sheffield United 3-1. My prediction is Spurs 2, Fulham 0. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will speak to you soon.